Influencers are passing away. Man, I wonder why that is. It's like in 2025 when someone's fat as we say, "Oh, you're beautiful the way you are. Oh my God, you're amazing." I got a friend, his name's Shinya. Bro is large and in charge. Bro was 440 pounds when I met him, and I've been shitting on him for being fat ever since. Just like I was 330, and now I'm down to 230, thank God. By the way, when I made fun of Shinya, you know what he did? He fucking lost weight. Did I make fun of him because I wanted to? No, because it motivated this case specifically to motivate him to get in the fucking gym. And now he's down to 390. Bro has lost 50 pounds so far. And that's great. And I'm very proud of him. And he's keeping at it. Want to know why? Because if he doesn't, he's going to die. Yes, guys, did you know that if you're morbidly obese, it reduces the amount of years that you live, that it severely impacts the quality of life that you can have, the things that you can do as a human? Friends don't let other friends be comfortable being fucking obese. We encourage them to get in shape to save their fucking lives. You are not a good person if you reinforce a bad habit. You are not a good person for being acceptance of someone who's ruining their fucking life.
Fat acceptance is a cult.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy. And
No, you're not, bitch. You're ugly as shit. Bro, I wouldn't even touch you with Shrek's dick. Anyways, here's how to tell if a sign is cheap.
100% glorifying obesity.
I want to inspire big girls all over the world. This is what I manifest every single day.
Yeah, I wonder why you're dead. You want to know why? Because your ass had to get the supersized combo meal at McDonald's because your ass is too lazy just to get some chicken nuggets. Now, you go there, and when you see the menu, you say, "Oh, is that the minimum requirement?" No, bitch, did you know that the number one you don't have to order with the following 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7? You can order one item. It's not hard.
Choo choo. Choo choo.
There's nothing you can do.
I hate this shit, bro. You want to know why? My life sucked ass when I was obese. You know how crazy it is that now I can go on a scale and say that I'm actually healthier than what? 78% of Americans? That makes me feel fucking great. And that being said, full disclosure, I'm still fat. And I know I'm still fat. I still got a gut. I absolutely do. Okay, I'm still 236 pounds. I am 6'6", admittedly. But look, if you want to look at the old photos of me, you can. And editor, go ahead, editor. Grab the image of me from 2023 to me in 2025 after a workout of me flexing. Yeah, I got work to do, but I'm in a hell of a lot better place than I used to be. And I'm very proud of that. And I know I'm still fucking fat. I know it's a work in progress. And I'm glad that people made fun of me because that's how I thrive. When people make fun of my ass, I'm like, okay, well, I better change. Every single time somebody calls me bald in the comments, I'm like, fuck, I need to get to the gym. Because a bald guy who's skinny don't look good. They don't. Anyways, find ways to encourage your homies to get to the gym and make their life better because friends are an acceptance of bad traits for life.
I'm fat and I'm sexy.
I'm fat and I'm sexy.
Sure, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I don't know about you.
Sure, man. There are some people in some countries that fuck goats. Anybody who looks at them, though, I give them a bombastic side eye.
Find any sexiness in contributing to the statistics that obesity is the leading cause of death in the US. Very hot, I know.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
Today I've got the big Fruit Loop.
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show,
Which didn't last long because she died.
Unlike how Dove or the new wave of Victoria's Secret wants you to believe.
I want to remind you that all of these obese TikTokers are dying at 37, and Shinya is 34. And if I were to let Shinya die at 37, one of my best friends, I would not forgive myself. Why do you think I encourage him to get his fucking shit together, bro? I would like bro to live until 70, 80, and he tells me all the time how he feels great. That's what he was saying. Every day when he was 440 pounds, he would tell me how great he felt. Hey guys, what do you think happened after he lost all that weight? Man, I've actually never felt better in my entire life. I can't believe I was saying that. You're just getting used to the maintenance that your body's running at. You do not feel good. You do not feel good. We need to get bro to lose weight.
Healthy beauty does not come at every size,
Nope.
and certainly not at a lot of the socially noble, body positive plus sizes. Yet it is absolutely not wholesome to point that out. So much corporate glorification has been done to powder the fat elephant in the room that obesity is in fact a disease, not a bragging point. But corporations don't want you to get well because there's a gold mine in fatness. Not just in convincing you to shed it, but also for you to keep it. Take body positive all-star Dove for instance. Real beauty comes at every size. They stretch out their plastic bottles and video game figures to slap on words like beautiful, sexy, confident whenever they can. Like every other human, I wanted to believe that it was to support the self-love journey of women and leave it at that. But no, I decided to ruin my day and my trust in humanity by researching a bit more and found out that Dove is owned by Unilever. And guess what else Unilever owns? Ben & Jerry's ice cream, Magnum ice cream, and many other ice creams, Hellmann's mayo in all your greasy burgers, Skippy peanut butter, a selection of frozen foods. I can go on. Isn't it nice to encourage your consumers to accept their enlarging body and deteriorating health as the ideal in order to sell more of your processed foods because their beautiful bodies deserve more? Has body positivity a movement intended to uplift women?
If y'all were to ever see a fat woman's pussy naked, you would understand that fat does not equal beauty. Okay, that shit is fucking repulsive, bro. Oh, by the way, for all you fat dudes, by the way, who are out there, did you know that every 35 pounds you lose, you get an extra ½ inch of dick? Because you got that shit hidden down there, bro. Right? So get to the gym, man. Get to the gym. For all my small dick kings, get to the gym, man. You get more.
Women become just manipulative limits to our acceptable emotions.
My dear sweet child, that's what I do. It's what I live for.
And worse, a cover for big food, big farming, and big pharmaceutical companies to profit off a nation of increasingly sick and fat people. None of this is a coincidence.
So the industry has engineered what they call the bliss point for the perfect amount of sugar in products, not too little, not too much, working on maximizing the allure of their products.
Quote, we like them fat. Pick any ultra-processed foods at your local grocery store, for example. Some Kraft mac and cheese and Nestle drumstick paired with some Kit Kat, Coffee Crisp, Smarties, and why not?
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You were making it kind of hard to want to eat well when you show me all this shit because I just pretend it doesn't exist, okay? You showing me that literally triggered a response in my body that says, wow, I need to eat food right fucking now. Okay, you know what I had for morning, or what I had breakfast this morning? I had eggs, I had 3 pieces of turkey bacon, and then I had a banana, and then I had a bowl of grapes. And it was fucking delicious, okay? But these things will always convince you that they taste very good. Guys, I'm gonna blow your mind. Real fruit tastes better than candy. It does. It really does. And I mean that on everything. Okay, if you've never had a cotton candy grape, you haven't fucking lived. This shit's a waste of time, it's a waste of fucking money, and it's a waste of your life to eat this shit.
Throw in some Laffy Taffy. Pop in the Kool-Aid.
You want something fire, bro? Get tahini. Get tahini. Put that shit on some mango. Put that shit on some watermelon. That shit will blow your mind.
And 4 cans of Dr. Pepper to keep hydrated. Oh, and can't forget the Oreo and Chips Ahoy.
Oh, and by the way, stop drinking full-calorie soda. Just drink diet fucking soda. Or shit, drink Happy Juice using code BALDY for 10% off if you're trying to fucking kill your caffeine addiction. Like, stop drinking full-calorie soda. I know it's delicious, but it is such a fucking waste.
4 cans of orange Fanta for the vitamins.
Once again, if you're in shape, do whatever you want. Or even more so, drink water, Giga Chad. But water don't taste good.
Fanta. Balance, as one may say. As conventional beauty standards have become much more accepting and ambiguously defined by beauty giants. But guess who owns the beauty giants? Conglomerates like Nestle, Unilever, who sell you anything from chocolate to ice cream to frozen
it must
foods.
be a coincidence,
And that is
guys.
when the Dove body soaps begin to make sense. Not saying that all body positive and fat acceptance campaigns are there to manipulate and trick you into increasing your body fat percentage without limits.
But they most likely are. I'm going to give you another hot take. You know what industry is also evil as fuck? The makeup industry. where women have had to convince themselves to cover themselves with $500 of mud every single month to appear beautiful. Once again, and I know a lot of people always say, never trust a man that tells you he doesn't like you with makeup on. No, makeup is fine. The amount of makeup that has been normalized by human beings is not fine, okay? All the majority of women need, a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit, but again, just a little bit of mascara. Okay, you want to know why? Because dudes, yes, you too, dudes, you would look better with a little bit of guy liner. You would. You would. It's the truth. It makes everybody look better. So if you want to look a little bit special, use a little bit of eyeliner, use a little bit of mascara. Bada bing, you're good. You don't need this 18 pounds of fucking foundation. Oh my God, I got a zit. Who cares? Brother, it ain't that crazy. You don't need to look like a fuckable sex doll 24/7. You go on the internet, you see these fucking Asian women, and then you see the before and after on makeup, and you're like, damn, that's the same human? We are making the beauty standard looking like sex dolls rather than just looking like human beings. Like, brother, I've seen white girls change 4 shades of their skin tone. Have you seen a British woman? They go from white girl to Donald Trump with 3 layers of fucking foundation. It's ridiculous. This shit needs to stop.
And that is exactly the issue. So much of the message comes actually from an extremely caring and helpful perspective to
like this chick right here talking so much about body positivity with at least 18 pounds of makeup on her fucking face, fucking gallons of pollution in her hair on spray and dyeing that shit. Like, I'm gonna be real. Women be doing too much. They do. They do. Women be doing way too much.
to help remove the stigma around plus-size people. But
she probably got lip filler too, to be honest.
Also, so much fat glorification has been disguised as acceptance.
Oh my God.
And when the majority of your stakeholders need to make money from selling frozen pizzas and ice cream, the votes are not up to you. Hiding profit-generating fat glorification under the term fat acceptance is genius in 2 ways. First, it plays on the sentiment of correcting social injustices in society. Yes, arguably so, the statistical likelihood of fat and obese people facing more difficulties in society, such as prejudices, is a lot higher. And the stigmatization in media brought unfair shaming to obese individuals, which should never be normalized. But glorifying obesity, the disease, as conventional beauty hints at a moral superiority and makes anyone's opinions who differ morally shallow, regardless if fat is unhealthy or not. Second, a food company telling you that being fat is natural, which isn't, and awesome, is not so convincing.
There's no waistline worry with Coke, you know. This individual size bottle has no more calories than half a grapefruit.
When you can spot their profit motive from 50 miles away.
Coke is low in calories, too. Say now, don't you get any thinner.
A direct hard sell won't work here. But when a beauty or self-care company you never associate with frozen pizza casts someone plus size for a commercial, you get fired up with a sense of justice. Yeah, that is beautiful too. Don't get me wrong, overly restrictive beauty with models who are only Kate Moss level heroine chic is also problematic because again, it is not healthy. But as much as many wish, the spectrum of healthy does not.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Legit. Like anorexia compared to obesity, they're both fucking terrible because you are fucking your life. Just the healthy medium, and wish more people would see that as we are just trying to help you get your fucking life together. And I'm glad I got bullied into losing weight as well because it was the best decision I ever made. But the problem was I was just such a lazy piece of shit. I was like, oh no, I'm happy with who I am. I'm beautiful the way I was. Now I go back and look at my old stuff and I'm fucking embarrassed.
Stretch over to obesity. It is amazing that women of all sizes are loving and accepting who they are, but genuine self-love and confidence comes from within and not society telling you or some ads telling you that your size is also quote-unquote beautiful. What we're talking about here is not the opposite of fat shaming. For shaming someone for any reason is not acceptable behavior because it does not come from a place of genuine care of wanting to help them be well. We're talking about
I'm gonna do that anyways though because it helped me. Yep, I like being bald shamed as well. It's great. Some people can't handle it, but I thrive in adversity.
The glorification of fat, disguised
Bro, I shit on myself. I straight up I do. I'm like, oh man, you fucking nasty as fuck. Hell no, that shit is gross.
as acceptance.
Positivity is toxic because it
But maybe it's because I have a shaming kink.
pretends to be rooted in compassion and kindness. But in reality, it encourages women to engage in very destructive behaviors. It encourages women to be obese, unhealthy, and be averse to personal responsibility and discipline.
If you think most body positive
Oh, and by the way, before you say, oh, I have a thyroid issue, there's no way that 99% of y'all have a thyroid issue. You don't. Okay? You know what? You have an issue. You have an eating issue. To where you go to McDonald's, you say, damn, a McFlurry sure does taste good. Yep, calories in, calories out. Go with that bullshit excuse.
campaigns are to help you love yourself, I'm sorry, honey. Corporate America is a surfacely sweet but extremely cruel place.
It's like, how can you not see the problem? They have to see it and just not care. They have to just be like, well, we're gaining profit. Do you see how much this McDonald's is making? Put another one across the street.
There is nothing wrong with fat acceptance. Acceptance of reality is the first and most essential step to all or any type of progress. But the importance of what to do after accepting the reality is often neglected and never talked about. Telling fat people to keep eating the way that's not serving their health because they are beautiful is like telling an alcoholic to keep on drinking because they're fun. It's the easy and profitable thing to do.
Having a fat country makes us money.
But at the end of the day, it is irresponsible to push unhealthy, addictive behaviors to a greater extreme with the power of both brainwashing, quote-unquote self-love ads and processed foods designed in a way that's addicting, easy to eat, and easy to repeat the eating pattern.
You want a way on how to stop getting fat? Next time you eat, do it in front of a mirror. Get butt ass naked and eat your meal in front of a mirror. You will experience levels of self-hatred you have never experienced before in your entire life. You will hate yourself and you'll be like, wow, I need to change. Oh man, that sounds disgusting. Oh yeah, bro, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I did that before. Oh man, I was like, oh shit, fuck me, bro. I'm gonna do a little bit more cardio.
It's not a simple good versus bad food, normal versus fat problem. It's a whole addictive pattern building trap.
I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. Everyone was so happy for me. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated why I exercised.
Naturally fat. Are daily trips to McDonald's genetics? Is eating chips in bed genetics? Is being allergic to the gym genetics? Is running 100 miles genetics? Back in a universe where fat just meant fat and not a compliment or insult, fat just means you have excess energy stored in your body that you are not using. Obesity or overweight is a disorder involving excessive body fat that increases the risk of health problems.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are disorders that we really like to glorify in 2025. But here's what I like to do. I like to live in reality. But man, it sure is fun, isn't it? It's great. Yep, I can name at least 8 examples right now.
Notice how something that elevates your risk of dying of cardiac arrest is a disorder and is not normal. Needless to say,
it's crazy how you know what the worst thing is? This is why I'll never get ahead in life, because people who will lie to you and will virtue signal and put themselves on a pedestal saying, oh, I love everybody. I accept everybody. Everything is so great. Oh my God, you're saying it's not good? Wow, you're horrible. Oh my God, look at this guy. This guy's fat phobic. Yeah, or maybe I'm just trying to do what's good for everybody. And it might not be what they want to hear. You want to know why? Because the majority of issues that people have are self-inflicted and they're caused by ignorance or laziness, or their parents really fucked up raising them.
Glamorously framed as the modern sexiness, yet times and times again.
Like, how many times do you see a child that is obese? Like an obese 8th grader, an obese 5th grader? Kids had nothing to do with that. That's just bad parenting. Straight up. No kid should ever be looking like that. It is fucking miserable, bro. You know how hard that's going to be for them to break too? It's terrible.
Science and data say one thing, and media and advertising say another. Beauty is supposed to be diverse and natural. But there is nothing natural about being obese. Obesity prevalence was stably low until shooting up post the 70s. And even though there is no data evidently backing up its absence in our hunter and gatherer days, rare civilizations removed from modern processed foods and lifestyles such as the Tectone tribe is a close modern case. The Tectone, a Bolivian population living in a subsistence lifestyle of hunting, gathering, fishing, and farming, had the lowest levels of coronary heart diseases reported to date and statistically insignificant obesity. And yes, they also eat sugar and starchy carbs, just harvested by themselves. So do these people just have some God-sent fat-proof genetics? No. The overall Bolivian population that shares similar genetics is still subject to 28 and 17% of obesity for women and men. So if they also eat carbs, fat, protein, just like the American diet, why are they rarely inflicted with fat-related health complications?
Well, probably in
Is all the
moderation.
difference really in the absence of food processing? According to CDC, Americans are eating more calories on average than they did in the 1970s. Between 1971 and 2000, the average man added 168 calories to his daily fare, while the average woman added 335 calories a day. What is driving this trend?
Really?
Experts say it's a combination of increased
Women doubled more the amount than men? That's shocking.
availability, bigger portions, and more high-calorie foods, but nothing beats the devious design of processed foods to get people hooked as an addictive coping mechanism to rising psychological issues. Food addiction is a carefully designed process. People aren't stuffing their faces in beans when they're having a bad day. Quote, foods that are very high in fat and carbohydrate in equal ratio don't exist naturally, said Gerhardt, a clinical psychologist at the University of Michigan. It is something that is designed by food scientists in a laboratory to look a certain way, feel a certain way in your mouth, smell a certain way when you open the package. So once you had one pleasant experience with it, you want more. And you want it more often. Food
Your mom with my cock.
addiction is on the rise, and the conglomerates are normalizing it. Or rather, glamorizing the consequence of it. So much of the fat acceptance movement is actually a brainwashing ad for addictive junk food. And yes, excuse my language, for it is now politically incorrect to call food good or bad. And I agree. It's
What?
all based on perspective. Good for what and bad for what? And how much of good before it
I've
turns
never heard this
not
before my
so
entire
good.
life.
Because good versus bad is so subjective, it's easier than ever for food companies to manipulate the concept. Because the easier answer is always one that makes you feel good. To eat as much as you want and still feel great about yourself.
Get that fiber and the antioxidants and just feel.
And the greatest beneficiaries to glorifying this disease is the toxic triad of big farming, big food, and big pharma for creating a nation of sick and fat people.
I hate this
Let me
new
put
age
it
of
into
people, man. It's so
context.
pathetic.
About a third of our economy thrives on making people more fat and sick. Big farming grows 500
Is that
more
not
calories
ridiculous?
per person per day than 25.
This is why I fucking hate corporations, boys. They don't even see you. They don't even see you as human beings, man. They don't. These people trying to give, like, the benefit of the doubt for Hoyo and all that shit and all these gaming companies. Hell no. You gotta understand, they see you as a number. They see you as a margin. They see you as profit. They don't see you as anything else. They're willing to kill you and ruin your entire life if it means increasing profit shares by 1%. It's embarrassing.
5 years ago, industrially processed foods with addictive combinations of fat, sugar, and salt deterred the stop signals for eating. The sicker our population, the more medications are sold for high cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, depression, and other lifestyle-driven diseases. While more and more of us believe not only is this okay, this type of sickness is sexy and beautiful. And sadly, the profit-driven version of the fat acceptance movement targets women way more.
Oh, yeah,
Why
of
did we
course.
see a range of plus-size models from mannequins in retail to
Oh my God. Seeing the fat models in store is just so embarrassing, bro. It's like, brother, what are we doing?
Victoria's Secret fat
I remember when I used to see the models for the mannequins, and I'd be like, damn, bro, I want to fuck this thing. And now I'm just like, good Lord, they let fucking hippos wear these clothes? That's insane. Since when can hogs wear clothes?
fashion shows, while men's fashion still shows buff and toned models and plastic mannequins.
Yeah, show me a fat dude mannequin. Show me one. Show me a fat guy mannequin. I've never seen one in my entire life. It's the world is becoming ruled by emotions and feelings rather than shit used to be ruled by rationale and logic. It's embarrassing.
Something does not add up. Perhaps it is because of the preconceived notion that women
Yeah, the only thing that adds up is their McDonald's order.
care more about appearances, or that many women still take the main responsibility for shopping for food for the whole household, which drives more impact in speeding up the fattening of the population, leading to more sickness.
These fat mannequins I found at the mall, I've never seen these before in my entire life. I have never seen that.
The spiral itself, from farming to food processing to solving a naturally increasing problem, is just bleak and sickening. Self-acceptance is not the opposite.
Fat women equals beauty. Fat men equals disgusting. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I get it. I get it, bro. It's horrible how much harder men have to look better than women do. And also, if men wear makeup, they're gay. Right? It's just like, oh my God, here we fucking go. Then they got the lip fillers, and then they got the $40,000 breast implants, and then they got the liposuction, and then they got the fucking BBL. And it's like, oh my God, look at how hot this person is now. Brother, they're 90% plastic. Okay, they're borderline a fucking transformer at this point. 3 hours every day doing their makeup. Good Lord, take them to a pool and you're like, that's the same person. Then before they post any photos online, 4 hours of Photoshop themselves, pass it to an editor for another 2 hours of Photoshop, and then you get to doing videos, over 2 days of editing videos to make sure everything lines up. It's like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. It's insane, brother.
From self-improvement, and is certainly not the logical reason.
Yeah, like they get into a pool and the pollution detectors go off. They say, undetected substance, water pollution, water pollution.
To regenerate 90% of your cells from frozen pizzas, chocolates, chips.
Short guy equals pathetic. Short girl equals cute.
And whatever genius foods corporations created to keep you addicted and sick.
You know what's crazy? They even go a step further. Where these women are now mocking women for being in shape. They take someone like Sophia and they say, she looks like a guy. Why does she have muscles? Oh, bro, that's so gross. It's like women are literally mocked for being in shape because other women want to justify that women don't look good when they're in shape. It's pathetic. It's so bad in today's day and age.
Sick. Part of loving yourself is to actually take accountability for your well-being instead of letting profit-seeking commercials tell you that you are enough. Being positive does not mean being unrealistic. It requires the courage to face the discomfort of broken delusions and be willing to make changes if needed.
Body positivity movement has now resulted in magazine covers that actually says this is healthy. The lifestyle of being obese is now not only beautiful, but it's healthy.
Glorifying a disease is not self-love. It's delusion.
Of course I don't have any health problems.
We glorify diseases and we glorify mental illnesses in 2025. I can't tell you how many mental illnesses there are in 2025 where people say, yeah, what your brain's saying, it's right. No, yeah, that's you, 100%. Do you know what would happen if someone were to tell me that the voices in my head were real? Yeah, you should listen to those. You should listen to that. No, those are the people telling you the truth. Yeah, those things in the room, yeah, they're real, 100%. Because it's true to you. Why in the fuck would you ever tell someone their disorder, their dysphoria, their illness is good for them? Being over-accepting is generally the worst people on the internet. Because these people don't believe what they're saying, by the way. And they're seen as the good guys. That's what's nuts. It's like going into a gotcha game and saying, yeah, chat, it's okay. You should spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on gotcha games. You play the game however you want to play it because your way of having fun is right. Don't let anybody tell you the way that you're having fun is wrong. I'm sorry, brother. If you spend $10,000 on a gotcha game, I'm going to fucking make fun of you.
I'm always out of breath and it's hard to do things, but that's because of fat phobia. The doctor's not listening to me. It has nothing to do with the fact that my fupa restricts my movement.
And despite how impossible it seems, what you do after acceptance is still your choice to make. That's a food for thought.
Hey, you know what's crazy? And women need to hear this. Women need to hear this. How do I make this not weird? You know what? I actually can't talk about this without people thinking that I'm talking about somebody else. So unfortunately, I can't weigh in. Anyways, let's stop glorifying obesity and glorifying mental illness in 2025.